Greetings in the mighty name of His Imperial Master Emperor Haile Selassie I and Divine Mother Empress Menen. Light of I life, light of I word. Jah Rastafari. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be accepted in I sight. Oh Jah. Yes, ones and ones. This word sown is in remembrance, or to remind the ones and ones, them young lion them, and Rasta overall we are tried to remember the price for the life we are live. And this April 11th to be exact, 1963 is the Coral Garden Massacre, as Rasta, also known as Black Friday, for Rasta. This happened on November 11th to April 11th to 13, 1963, where countless lives was lost on the Rasta side, and all heap of brutality and atrocity and death. Yeah, anyway, this incident, we hear ones and ones mention the situation, but I always have to bring it home in a way where I can overs as Rastafari what I from them time there until now was still up against. So here it goes. The incident that sparked from a virgin named Rudolph Franklin, victim, because he was a victim to big money interests, tourism, Rosal Estate, represented by Edward Fowler, against small-scale farmers, small-scale farming by Rastas. Big interest was backed by the government of Jamaica, akin to what's taking place currently in sentence against the White River rafters in the interest of big investors, tourism. Government reason is tourist harassment in said manner. Mr. Rudolph Franklin and the Rastafari community was sacrificed on the altar of big interest in the 1960s. In the case of Mr. Franklin inherited land from his father adjoining to the Rosal Estate, where police eventually shot Mr. Franklin 6 times, locked him up for 6 months, and them lock him up for ganja possession. Right? Now, after Mr. Franklin get the 6 shot them, the story is that Mr. Franklin never did take it so lightly. So hence the gas station situation incident. Now, the gas station incident was applied to get rid of the small-scale farmers from the lands that are legally theirs. News outlet The Daily Gleaner at the time called the incident Rasta uprising to rile up public anti-Rasta sentiment in the island. Now, we have to throw back to now to scare the Jamaican public, because in 1959 you have the Reverend Claudius Henry and his son Reynald launch a guerrilla rifle. Well, Claudius' son Reynald launched a guerrilla rifle attack against the crown. I think them killed almost about 4 British colonial officers. And end result is that Claudius get charged with treason and his son. And his son get killed, and Claudius anyway was spend probably about maybe about 10 years. But anyway, this is in 1959. So this now when the Gleaner said the Rasta uprising, this are arcing in the public mindset for get fear, for drive fear in the public, so them can attack Rasta too with the government. So this what the Gleaner do when them put up them headlines, Rasta uprising, to scare the public, like how them like do right now when them talk about crime and all these things. Them have a plan. But nonetheless, I could keep on track with this incident here. Anti-Rasta sentiment in the island on April 11 to the 30th, 1963. Sanctioned by the Jamaica Labour Party led by Alexander Bustamante, who declared bringing all Rastas dead or alive. That him say. On record, they claim only 150 Rastas was victimized, beaten, tortured, murdered. But in our reality, a countless death, because only a Rasta dead with them no count. All of this bloodshed because of big interest money. Scapegoat in Rastafari. It is the same big money interest behind the White River rafting eviction of the poor hustlers in Senton. Ironically, it is the same Jamaica Labour Party is responsible. Yeah. Bustamante proclaiming bring all Rastas in dead or alive is only him retaliating for 1938 when Leonard Howell and Rastafari exposing him to be a fraud working for big interest money, Surge Island, while pretending like he is working for the poor laborers in St. Thomas. No different from today's labor representatives pretending they are defending teachers, police, civil servants' interests. They are all frauds, then and now. For Coral Garden Black Friday incident, the currently led Jamaica Labour Party apologized in April 2017 and allocated 78,000 US, which equates to 10 million at the time Jamaican dollar, for the survivors. Note, it is within the era of Rasta persecution, 1938 to currently, because we have to say currently, because His Majesty come 1966 and kind of cool off the pressure upon Rasta. And from then until now, persecution still a go on, but them do it in a decay way, you know. But nonetheless, forward, the pinnacle in this era of persecution, that's how Rasta end up losing pinnacle, because them not stop take set on Leonard Howell and raid the place and run off the Rasta them and use all them gangster friend them to run the Rasta them. And I saw now, like I said, the Rasta them lose pinnacle. You know? Even though the government claims say them designated a heritage site, but over 500 acre of land where the man where Leonard Howell buy from an Albert Chang. Maybe a couple, maybe it's an acre at the National Heritage Site right now, a pinnacle. So these are the atrocities and disadvantages the Rasta go through from them time to now. Now, for ones and ones, we are tried Rastafari, a full-time N.I.A for coming to the realization and becomes more active in relation to Rastafari. Even the other day again too, Bob Marley's son Ziggy, discrimination in our villa, where claims that them na rent to locals. All of these things is to show say no matter how them settings change, things remain the same, and I as Rastafari have to come into the realization so we have to get organized and becomes active again like Leonard Howell and Hines and Ebert and them man there. Hence Marcus Garvey too, and start dealing with the collectiveness. Because Rasta and the two have no excuse again for certain levels, you know. You know what I mean? Even though in their mind, no matter how much money you make as a Rasta, no matter how much Rasta millionaire out there, billionaire, in a Jamaica standard, you still a dirty Rasta. Bob Marley, me elevate him, but them I exploit the name and the image of Bob Marley now for make billions of dollars, but he must still a dirty Rasta too in a film time too. So me I come from, so the negative persona or concept of them about Rastafari still remain. Even though them not mind utilizing Rasta image and all these things and exploit and make all heap of money. But when it comes to certain levels, them not care for Rasta. And Rastafari, in what Rastafari need to do too is utilize them same way and gather all of the money and collective it like Marcus, a collective responsibility and start set I&I thing, I&I foundation. We don't have no excuse. Now I mean instead that we are operate on an individual level, individualize out the thing. I forget back to the collective because at the end of the day, you're a Rasta, whether you're a rich or a poor Rasta, you're a Rasta. When them persecute one Rasta, them persecute all Rasta. Even Ziggy Marley, the vibration that happened with him the other day. You know what I mean? Me is not a fan of Ziggy Marley per se. Because as far as I'm concerned, them turn away from the struggle. But nonetheless, I'm still a Rasta pitney and I'm still a Rasta. Well, I'm a Rasta pitney. I don't know if I'm still identify himself as Rasta. But a Rasta pitney. And him have the image and look up a Rasta. So therefore, when them discriminate against him, them are discriminate against I&I, said speed. And these are the things that I&I as Rasta forget back to the collective. The king tell you already, you know. The king tell us to organize and centralize. That's the only way we can change all of these disrespect or Rasta get at Jamaica. A full time now Rasta for start put somebody out there for represent and take over the government of Jamaica from the electoral position too. Because nothing Rasta lay a foundation of Jamaica where everyone a benefit. And what I mean by that? Reggae music, whole heap of different people, a Rasta creation. When Rasta come on the earth and I tell them about height and liberty, a whole heap of life Rasta say and bring people in a healthy consciousness. We tell the Jamaica them talk about grow where you eat. A Rasta vibration them there. But Rasta not get no credit for it. And even ganja, the ganja industry now them turn and talk about medicinal. A Rasta vibe, you see them beat all Peter touch them. Enough man get prison, enough youth get killed, you know. For Rasta, ganja. What the benefit of Rasta I get from that now? More than some individualized Rasta running in now. And through them have them money, the poor Rasta them now get nothing from that. But I&I for collectively as Rastafari make all these things happen. Because we not adhere to where the king say organize and centralize. And if we don't organize and centralize, we're going to continue to get beaten. Discrimination. Now I mean, all of who want depend them love and them love, you know, in school. Love is good, love is great. But at the end of the day, a survival and the only way Rasta will go over. Rasta have to start handling them own a business. And they said there. And stop fooling yourself because enough of you get little money now and you can rub shoulders with one or two politicians and you feel like you're special. You still are nobody. But in a certain circles you can't go. You see it? Certain circles and certain circles you have a tape up on the mouth too. Because you can't even talk Rastafari too strong. Rastafari is a liberative struggle. Resistance. Rastafari not come for join nothing, you know. Rastafari come for change. Create I&I own. And that Rastafari there for. Because that them take away I&I identity. I&I restore I&I identity to Rastafari. And Rastafari come for create I&I own order. So we have to get to that. And the only way you can get to order is you have to be collective. You have to pull the resources together just like the Honorable Leonard Howell. The great Leonard Howell did build pinnacle for Rasta business. A Rasta come self-sustaining community in Jamaica for Rasta. Even though the government of Jamaica turn on and destroy it. When them persecute Rasta. From them time till now. Yeah. And I like me say again, when you Buster man, enough of them, enough Rasta, I and I if you know say the 1963 atrocity against Rasta, it never started in 1963. A vengeance Buster man take carry. And him get to execute him vengeance against Rasta in 1960. Because when him there in St. Thomas in 1930, I tricked the farmer them. And Leonard Owl and them expose him and make the people them know so and the people them almost kill him in St. Thomas and the police save him. And the police them see him from them time them carry belly for Rasta. And him get the opportunity in 1963 to execute against Rasta. But the only reason why him get to do all of these things to Rasta again we not organize. Because it's not like so we don't have people. We're intelligent, have money. We have Rasta, we have money, more heap of money. But guess what? Like Ziggy, because I just the other day me hear him pop up on the Jamaican radar. Because I don't even know where him did that. Like him and the rest of them are quiet. So them get like a privilege now, them quiet. Because them freer. Them afraid. So them kind of take with themselves outside of Rasta now. But when him get him box now, him run on social media now. All of a sudden, the activism now I come forward. Which I am glad for that still. Because him voice carry weight. Because it's the king's son. I mean, it's the king's son. So the name, him voice carry like a sound. Not great, but it carry like especially in Jamaica. See where I come from? So I and I have to stop detach I and I myself from this thing and remember I and I as Rastafari and I collectively remember the things that we go through. The bloodshed and the sacrifice with the elders them make. I and I they are declare Rastafari. Even nothing ones and ones take it for granted. But this is why I and I send out a song to remind I and I about what it is. Where we have the price we pay for as a Rastafari today. And I hail the king. It was not an easy road. It's not an easy one. It's still hard to see him way on certain levels. Because discrimination still going against Rasta to present day. Not just Ziggy Marley. Ziggy Marley, and because him name Ziggy Marley why it even out there like that, but I hold it more. You know what I mean? In the private and in the public space, because enough of them hotel there enough in Jamaica over enough places them discriminate against Rasta. So not change. You know what I mean? Them just look a bit more smoother how them deal with it. So these are the things that I and I as Rastafari for be reminded about the things that I and I go through. And it's time for organize collective responsibility in relation to the Rastafari tribe. And they said this, so that I and I sound. I mean, I really want to show too much go off, you know what I mean? Just I keep it, because in thinking about this coral garden vibration here, yeah, it's a vibes inside I and I, yes. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, being fiery about it and not doing nothing about it, you know what I mean? Nothing. But I and I, without I and I, there's no you, and without you, there's no I and I. So you know what I mean? So we have to get together in the oneness of I and collectively do something. Jamaica can be I and I one. Because Rasta lay a foundation of Jamaican. Most Jamaican respect Rasta on certain levels. And if them can love Bob Marley, we them love Bob Marley as a Rasta man. You know what I mean? That means that them can love Rasta overall around Jamaica too. Because them know so if Rasta run, Rasta come from what? Rasta set a foundation. Rasta set a foundation in Jamaica, whether we like it or not. Culturally, Rasta maintain the African connection in Jamaica. Black consciousness, if you want to call it that. Know what I mean? A Rastafari keep the Ant Nation spirit alive in Jamaica and tell I and I say, yo, even though I yes over there, we're connected to the continent, our place. But you're not going to be nothing unless you have a land of your own. And that's just the truth of the matter. Right now, I and I live in a Fidem house. So I just that I and I word son on this day forward. Actually, today the 10th, the 11th officially. But even though it did happen on a Good Friday, Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Easter, you know what I mean? at the date. So that I represents. So here what happen now. Rastafari is a restorative strategy. Rastafari is realignment. Rastafari is for the gathering of the Nation family. Both diaspora and continent, or if you say Caribbean African unity. Now I mean? And that Rastafari represent, and there's no separation. A oneness, one accord, and a one aim, one God. His Imperial Master Emperor Haile Selassie the first and Empress Menace Divine. Our Divine Mother, and I and I as the children have to move this thing forward. Now I mean? I just oneness. No separation. Oneness, no divisive mindset. One mindset. Rastafari to the world. Rastafari live and reign in I and I itinerary. Ja Rastafari.